recently there was a big hoo-ha of a 17-year-old boy that got arrested because of his self-radicalized views, and he wanted to murder all non-Muslim men here in Tampines. Now let's go and ask them what are their thoughts regarding these cases. Let's go.
I think it's good that he got arrested because he minimized a lot of potential harm, potential dangers for the rest of us, you know what I mean? Because what would happen if indeed he managed to carry out something? And I mean it's good that our Singapore police force, they are active enough to be able to catch him before anything serious happens. Basically, it's quite a news breaking thing for me, especially in Singapore actually, because Singapore you don't usually hear this kind of cases. So when I hear these kind of things, right, I know that Singapore will do its part to make sure that this guy in his place where she's in jail because this kind of things also, I don't think you should be mingling with the citizens and everything, because one thing for sure is something wrong with up here, or maybe there's something wrong with maybe in the past that you actually have. That's what actually lead you to this. So I think the right thing is maybe the law or the government should be doing is actually put him in a right facility or right institution lah.
I believe, right, it is the greatest thing to do, because if he was not arrested, he would probably stab so many people and so many people would die. Honestly, I think it's for the better of the public. I think it's good that the Singapore police force acted up quite quickly. I mean, it's sad that it's a young boy who's involved in all this, but we need to do what we can to save, at least safety our country.
I think it's good that he got arrested because it's scary, having someone terrorizing the area, especially Tampines or Singapore in general, because Singapore is really small. So having a teenager threaten a place in Singapore, I think is quite scary.
What are your views regarding these self-radicalized teenagers?
Honestly, I think they are self-radicalized because of social media and the internet, because of changing opinions or beliefs towards different races and religions like Muslim, and it is because they are radicalized. This is due to their factors. So I think that some of them may not have a good family relationship or other factors.
Personally, I think as teenagers, right, because you're very young, very impressionable, so there's a lot of things that teenagers don't really understand in general. So sometimes it might not really be their fault that they're getting influenced such negatively, and that they might not understand what they're trying to do. So I think there should be a little bit of leeway maybe to them, such that at least as long as they know that it's not right and proper measures are being taken, I think it should be okay. But yeah, it's just right now also because of social media, the influx of the media and etc. That's why teens are so readily influenced. They don't even know what they're reading online. They don't even know what they're doing with their lives. So it's a bit difficult to judge them based on that as well.
But when it comes to religion wise, right, I feel everyone has their own opinion actually when it comes to this. And like Singapore, it's multiracial. You have everyone over here. You have Singaporeans, you have PRs, you have foreigners, everything. So Singapore is where even the basic language is actually English actually. And when it comes to your own religion, like I say, everyone has their own opinion. But if you are really big on the agama thing and everything, right, you need to find your own community. That's the thing. Not you have to make sure that you force people, something like that, or maybe you lead to actions that are very, very negative basically lah.
Thing that Singapore lack is that there is no inter-community interaction. Hindus should interact with Muslims should interact with Christians should interact with Buddhists. They should go their common worship place, see how their culture is. Until unless you know that they are actually my friend, you think that they're enemy, because you'll think that I don't know. I heard that I see some video, they said that they are not good people, they should be killed, because I never interact with them. If that is solved, there will be some kind of every week or something, there will be get together, they will talk about their religion, other people will talk their religion, have their culture, they will have their food, then okay, then the friendliness will be there, then okay, whatever other people will say, they will say no, it's wrong, because I find that they are my neighbors, they are very good people.
Concerning, of course, that teenagers are taking things into their own hands, because I'm feeling it's maybe because of social media or the people they are around with who are quite influential, and based on what they say, they just be like, okay, then I think this is the way it goes, and sometimes their views can be a bit flawed. So under better supervision, maybe they'll make better choices in life.
I think if you have a strong belief about something, you should take it in a way that it's too far, it's affecting other people's life also, because other people have different point of view and different beliefs, and we cannot really change how people think at times, because that's what they already have in their mindset and it's what they strongly believe. Yeah, it's how you have your own beliefs and other people have their own beliefs.
What more can be done to help these youth at risk at community level, school level, or even family?
When it comes to this kind of things, right, I would definitely say it's better if I would say it should start from schools, basically. So schools should maybe start educating when it comes to this lah. Because people always say start from young. So start from young is actually basically just school. So when you teach them these kind of positive things, then it will impact them in the future basically. That's what I feel. And then along the way also is
it's up to them to know the rights and wrong also. It also comes from the family also. So if the family is having this kind of like aura or this kind of like influence, basically the negative influence or positive influence, it will impact on them also lah, basically.
Starting off like school level, right? Definitely a lot of education measures can be in place. Like for instance, like more talks, you know what I mean? Like more like learning journeys, etc. to help them like better understand what's going on like globally. Parents as well have a part to play in it as well. Like they kind of have to educate their own children about what are the dangers of all this, you know what I mean? I think government wise as well, I think it can just be more incentives and more measures taken up.
Firstly, the schools should identify those youth at risk and help them not become radicalized anymore, such as help counseling and going through other relevant activities. Secondly, family members should check their teenagers' internet usage so that they can prevent them from being radicalized before it's too late.
Like what my colleagues say here, it all comes down to what the older generation can do. Because it's not our first time hearing this kind of cases. We've seen many cases like this before. So it all comes down to how the school decides to nurture their students and so how family decides to like express their views in a very like political and sensible manner. I feel this is what will change and also will basically shape the outcome of the youth in the future.
The rule is strict that nobody should interfere with other people's religion, but they think that where is the interaction, where is the mingling, that is missing. That should be there, then all this will be solved. That is what I think.
When confronted with such issues, be it your friends or your family members, what will you do to get early prevention for these people?
Then I wake up, don't do this, that kind of thing. No lah. Of course you have to share your concern as a friend or a family member that, you know, like why are you having these type of thoughts or how do you get to know about this in the first place, and then try to help them out of it.
For me, if it's a really close friend, right, I will make sure that I monitor that person actually lah, because it's a loved one. So basically keep them close, keep them monitored and everything. If they are feeling like traumatized or have PTSD, because nowadays mental health is all over Singapore, right? We want to like make sure we emphasize more onto that. You have to make sure that you keep that person close. If that person needs any help, do not hesitate to help them because they are really asking for help. It's not they are having like silence and everything. Maybe they show you maybe subtle hints, but maybe you are just doing your own stuff that you didn't even realize actually. So make sure when it comes to this kind of situation that they have gone through it, ask them, are you okay with this and everything? So make sure they are like on the same page as you lah.
Personally, I don't want to do the confronting approach. More like because they are already misguided. So the best thing you can do is try to relate to their issue, try to hear them out, try to find out why they want to do this kind of thing, and then try to advise from our point of view. We're not trying to say we're right, but in the sense like we're basing it off how their action could impact society. So with that being said, the best thing is to try to sort out for them.
I will immediately call the police or ISA hotline.
Talk to them. Well, why are you feeling like this? What's going through your like simple questions like this? Allow them to feel vulnerable around you. After you get this, like maybe we can direct them to like a trusted adult. Just be like, oh, maybe like this person can help you, and maybe like this person will be able to help them, and like, yeah.
Okay guys, there you have it. You guys heard the opinions of the people here in Tampines. To those of you who find someone who might be at the verge of a self-radicalization, don't forget to contact the ISD hotline as mentioned below. We'll see you guys in the next episode of Al-Kisah. Bye-bye.
Ini sembang panas. Ini sembang apa? Ini sembang panas. Ini sembang